Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining. Hello, how are you, Emmanuel? Hello, ML Calderon 8. I was just refolding up your name, actually. You look pretty, thanks. I found a neat makeup trick that if you put a line of like highlighter on the eyelid, it makes you look less puffy, because clearly you guys can tell I'm pretty puffy, but we're going to go ahead anyway because I was honest and I told you guys what was going on last night, so I figure you'll understand. It's sometimes hard to like put it even into words, all the pain and stuff like that. But I appreciate everybody who took a minute to, make a positive comment or just give me words of encouragement or, just a little bit of support. As much as we're all kind of strangers, it's nice that you feel close enough to me that you even want to do that. So I'm appreciative of it all. And I thought I would just say a special thanks to everybody who does that for me, because in all honesty, I don't have a whole lot of that in my life. So the people that come around and do that for me, I really do appreciate. So thank you. I haven't seen you in a long time, Emmanuel. I'm kind of pretty tired from all the crying, but I was already again crying this morning. But we're going to try and stay positive. Hi, Melly D. I've never seen you here before. Welcome. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. It's pretty raw, real, and honest around here, to be honest. Hi, Henry. How are you? Yeah, I really just thought I can't really continue going on with a brave face every single day without just being honest about what happens, with me at night sometimes here. So I wanted to share that, moment in hopes that it would help pull me out of it so that I wasn't like extremely puffy. But it is absolutely real, and it is something that happens to me all the time. All the time. So, ugh. I'm gonna make you cry again. No, we're gonna try to have a positive show, because, like, in all honesty, you guys, right before I was going to bed, I was reading up on this crime that happened in Nevada, and it was back in 2006. And to hear the testimony of the children was just absolutely freaking heart-wrenching. This is part of the reason why I can't do too much kids stuff. And even when I watch a little bit of it, it extremely affects me, because I just can't imagine. I can't imagine somebody doing some of the things that happen around this freaking world that they do. So we're going to try to stay positive. But this case was absolutely brutal. So I'm going to try to do a story on it for you guys, but in all honesty, I'm not sure I'll be able to hold it together long enough to do that. Thank God for makeup. I need a Kleenex now, of course. Sorry, guys. I promised myself this would not happen. Okay. Let's try to talk about something more positive, because honestly, like, some of these crimes and some of the way that these people act and treat their kids is just literally makes me want to hurt people. Like, it makes me want to go and find, like, I would imagine that these three people certainly do not have a good time behind bars, but I try not to wish anybody malice or harm or hurt. But damn, like, I mean, some of the details, are literally just heart-wrenching. Like, you just want to take something and beat them after hearing things that they did. Yeah, I'm among family. Thank you guys. So, I guess it was probably that, me, hearing and seeing these children and what they had gone through that literally put me over the top, and I just couldn't hold it together anymore. And I'm going to try and do that though. Sheesh. Hey, Christine, how are you, honey? Hey, Jane Tonks. I hope I didn't miss anybody for this entry. I have 71 entries on our giveaway, you guys. And I'm wondering now, like, I got to look at the picture. I'm wondering, did I get Jane in there? I'm just going to look at the picture and see, because I don't know if I put her in there or not. Jane, you want to be entered, I'm assuming, right, hun? HIJ. Yeah, I don't have you in there, Jane. So if you want to be entered, I can enter you. Hello, Mr. Singh. I'm just going to take a minute to clean up myself. I'll be right back. Okay. We're going to try not to let that happen again. I really, really, really promised myself that I was not going to cry, and I really did not want that to happen. And of course it happened anyways. I mean, I'm so happy that you guys are like, yeah, we're family. It's fine. You can cry, but that is not how I want my channel. I'm trying to be positive, and it's not positive if I'm always crying, So, but I mean, I guess don't let it happen again. Everybody. Thank you, Mr. Huge Ass, for the laugh. Appreciate it. I do have a huge ass. That's funny. Anyways, moving right along. Regardless, I know, right? That was kind of funny and fitting. So, hello, Holly. Yes, I am doing the $25 giveaway today. We're going to try to stay positive and stuff. I do have some stories that I'm working on. I hope you enjoyed the Survivor story I recently shared. It was really a pleasure to work with April Juke, and it was fun to go and look for her book online at the Academy Awards site too. I put in my vote as soon as I found her book, but be careful when you do that if you're going to do that, because as soon as you click on a book, even if you're wanting to just read it, it's a vote. So you can't just click on any book, You could like Google it and read up on the books you want to know more about, but as soon as you click on one, that's a vote. So I made sure to wait to see her book, which is for crying out loud, I should have had this ready for you guys. Pinpoints of Life, The Escape of the Abyss, I believe. But I am working on a couple of stories for you guys that I wanted to share with you guys. Deborah Hoffer, I'm a first timer trying to figure this out. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I hope you click the subscribe button. I hope you click the like if you enjoy spending time here. Obviously not when I'm crying. I'm going to try to stay positive, you guys. I do try to laugh it off. I do try to push it away until I am more private, and then I let it all out. And I don't think that that's very healthy anymore. What exactly are we actually discussing? Well, we're doing a giveaway for the gift card today, Mr. Singh, and we're talking about true crime. It's our party. We can cry if I want to. No doubt. I'm not sure who that is, but I can just leave a message right now. Okay, yeah. So, Holly, I didn't see you enter your name at all on any of the posts and stuff, my dear. I hope. Thanks, Henry, if you're still watching. Easier said than done to not be so hard on yourself, but yes. I do have 71 people who voted. I will post up the photo of everybody's names that were entered, like we always do. Hello, Alice. It sure isn't fun dealing with depression on a regular basis, I gotta tell you. It's sort of an everyday battle, an everyday uphill climb that never seems to get a little bit easier, you know? I wish there was a way to not care as much or something, but unfortunately, I care a lot, and, you know, sometimes too much, and maybe sometimes when I even shouldn't, right? But it is what it is, and, you know, I am who I am, and I appreciate the people who support me regardless and love me unconditionally, and even though I have these issues. Thank you, Trump girl. You're so sweet. Yes, I made coffee instead of tea. I was going to make a tea, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think you might need that extra kick and a little bit of caffeine, you know? Oh, man. I won't get angry at a genuine question. You're from another country, so it's possible you've never heard of survivor stories. I don't know, right? So survivor stories is somebody who's been through something traumatic where they may have almost lost their life, and they fought back in healing and strengthening themselves with a support group or you know, programs or whatever it may be, and they've overcome whatever happened to them. They survived whatever it was. So there was a survivor story where the man had actually lit his partner on fire, and she survived, and she is one of the strongest women you would ever meet or talk to. She's just so inspiring with her strength. It's hard to, you know, feel bad sometimes about the small things when you hear about somebody going through something so devastating like that, you know, so traumatic. The healing process of having your skin burned while you're alive, for crying out loud, I mean, it's just probably very, very excruciating in pain. And I'm sure that the healing process is probably not very easy. And yet she, despite going through all of that, has come out to, you know, be a public speaker and be strength for other women that are in abusive relationships. And she's gone on to love again and build more family members to her, and, you know, write books and be a public speaker and stuff like that. So I think it's kind of really inspiring to hear about survivor stories. I think a lot of us go through things in our lives that we survive. And I think it's nice when you find the voice to be able to tell people this is what happened, and I'm still here to talk about it. Hey, Miss Shaylee, how are you? So that is what Survivor Stories is all about. So I'd really like to bring you a story too on this case of the Rios family in Nevada, that brutally tortured some, not all, of their children, starving them and beating them, and just brutal treatment that you wouldn't even do to, your worst enemy, or the dirt underneath your feet. So these people, of course, are in jail for a very, very long time. And I'm going to try to do a story on it for you guys. I'm worried that if I start talking too much about it again, I'll just start crying, and I don't want that to happen. So trying to stay positive. Depression does affect people with a big heart. That's true, Jane. So much more than the normal people. I have a big heart. Thank you, Jane. I wish it wasn't so big. I wish I didn't care. I wish I could just whatever, but unfortunately I care too much, and I don't know if it's ever going to change. They're assholes picking on people who can't fight back. The tea is about the case you want to talk about today. Yeah, one of them was only like 31 pounds and 3 feet tall when they were found. Brutal, brutal, brutal. You have depression with OCD, Russ Saint? Is that what you're saying? It's certainly not easy to deal with 100%. It sort of eats away at you little bit by little bit, but you try to find happy moments in the day that maybe you're not thinking about it as much, right? But I guess I find that happens, and then at the end of the day, you shut everything off. You shut the devices off, the sounds go off, and all the thoughts start coming, and I am feeling a little bit better. Of course, I already broke down crying, Lahaina, right here. I'm trying to stay positive and stuff and not do that. So, yeah, I don't know why life is so cruel for some people. I really don't. But I don't really want to have like a, oh, poor me about it either. I realize that I'm strong, and sometimes I just get tired of being super freaking strong, and I just don't want to be strong anymore. And I'd love to not care, but unfortunately I wake up every morning and I care again. So it's not something I can change about myself, no matter how much I seem to try. To seek therapists shows you're strong. I have sought therapists many times throughout my life. I had seen a therapist a few years ago here where I live now, but she went on maternity leave and the position was never ever refilled. So counseling now costs about $100 an hour where I live. You'll be lucky to find 80 or 60, but I just don't have that kind of money to spend on that. So I just have to kind of pray and get strength from God to move on and try to be strong throughout all of this, Lay down the load, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Probably, Lisa. Yeah. It's expensive and it shouldn't be, but isn't it that way about everything, right? Um, like things that you need, right? Tampons, they're like, $10 for like 1 week worth kind of thing. And yeah, like it's ridiculous. They know you need it, so they know you'll pay, so they jack the prices. It's kind of redonkulous, but Yeah, and that's why I have you guys. And you know what? I think for the first time, I just completely relied on you guys to help cheer me up because I was going through something that I just couldn't pull myself up out of. And thank goodness some of you guys were awake. I mean, for crying out loud, I think it was already like 1 o'clock in the morning here, if not later. I mean, for crying out loud. And I had been laying in bed for hours already trying to frickin' sleep, and I'm trying to pray, and and I'm just crying more and more, and I'm like, "Oh my Lord. Come on, when is this ever going to be over? When am I not going to have to cry myself to sleep? Like, is there ever going to be a day?" No, I do. I definitely do spirituality. Absolutely. 100% Ray Saint. I don't think I could be here and be this strong without spirituality. 100%. Not going to lie. You were not awake, Tambra. It's okay, honey. I didn't even know if anybody would be awake, but I thought I've just got to go on and see if, some of my online family members are around to cheer me up and make me feel better and let me know that this is just a momentary thing again, but I'm tired of the momentary thing all the freaking time. Um, but yeah, pray, rock, cry. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, 70 entries, 71 in total, folks. Just thought I'd let you guys know. How much can we take exactly, Hamlet? Like, oh my gosh, like when is this over? Just like, come on. In India, it's tough for women to get out of abusive relationships as the husband is a breadwinner and he takes care of the family living. They have to tolerate it till the children grow up into people. That's ridiculous. And what a crappy way for those children to have to grow up listening to their father hit their mother and their mother cry because their father is hurting them because he's angry or mad about work or he's stressed. I mean, that's a bunch of crap. If you ask me, I'd be punching him in the face right back. I'd be fighting right back. I'd probably kill the guy and end up going to jail because he was being ridiculous. I don't think like it upsets me to hear that there's women in the world that have to put up with that because they got married, because they let that decision be somebody else's, because that's your culture. I mean, when is like the world going to get it together that it's not up to just anybody else to decide who you're going to marry and how that relationship is going to work and get along? And it doesn't just work because you stick two people together because the families know each other and you want that to work. There you go. Now you're married, make it work. I mean, they have no time to talk, no time to get to know each other, no time to see if they even freaking like each other. I don't agree with that. It's definitely not the Canadian way. And I find it takes away their basic human right to decide who they want to build their life with and have kids with and love. I mean, that's to each person's own decision, is it not? I mean, to take that away because it's a culture thing, I don't know. Like it's a completely different world over there. I could never do that. I don't think I could allow even my parents to do that. And I don't agree with it, but that's me. That's my opinion about it. And it sucks that they have to be stuck now because if they're to leave, they're going to be punished by their own family, or they're going to be ostracized, or they're going to be, thrown away like they're garbage, or maybe killed or whatever. That's really unfair to the woman, and it really doesn't give her her basic rights. I don't know. I don't agree with that. But that's my opinion on it. But heck yeah, Lisa, right? Like throat punch. Like, are you kidding me? No, like nobody deserves to be mistreated or treated like crap because somebody else is going through a bad day. been there, done that, but it's not okay. And it doesn't make anything even better at all. In fact, it makes it worse. And how that's not obvious, I do not know. Thank you, Tambra. You're so sweet. Buy yourself some wine and know it's part of your therapy from me. I'm part of your YouTube family now. You're so sweet, Tambra. I'm so excited to try your makeup stuff. I was thinking about it today when I was doing my under eyes because they're all puffy, and I was wondering, what kind of stuff you're going to have and what kind of colors, and legitimately was thinking about you while doing my makeup today. It's funny how that happens, right? But yeah, Lisa. He has to sleep sometime. But that's the crap part about it, is that then the woman turns around and stands up for herself and does something to stop that, and she's punished because of it. Like, I mean, even the judicial process, it's happened. You've seen it in abusive relationships such as Lorena Bobbitt, where she was raped and brutally beaten all the time for years by that man. He took whatever he wanted whenever he wanted from her, and he didn't give two craps about what she felt, thought, or went through at all. And she had to defend herself nonetheless in court, right? I mean, she didn't kill the guy, but I mean, she severed his membrane and threw it away. We all know the story, right? But I mean, even though that you're somebody that's traumatized by being mistreated, it doesn't matter. As soon as you take the law into your own hands and say, I'm going to do something about it to stop this because nothing is changing, then you're punished. Like, it's just, you can't win for trying, like, I mean, for real. It sucks. So that's why I say, like, we have to just protect ourselves from the beginning. But when I hear like Mr. Singh talk about the fact that there's so many women in India that have to go through that exact thing, it really bothers me that there are women that even have to go through that at all. It's not okay, and it's completely wrong on every single freaking level. I'm just like, wow, and we're in like 2020 practically, for crying out loud, and we're still failing left, right, and center on equality and all kinds of stuff, right? Flying monkey, hello, just popped in to say hello. Rich media, I'm 32 years old. Would you marry me? I don't think you can just go, oh, you're that age? Okay, perfect. I'm going to marry you because you're that age. I think it's so many other things that have to come into play in order to have a successful marriage. Marriage is hard enough as it is. I've never been married, but I mean, in my opinion, there's just no walking away just like, I'm done, like you do with a boyfriend or a girlfriend when you're in a marriage. It's a completely different level of commitment that I've never experienced, but I can honestly say that I would much rather go into a marriage based on the fact that I truly want to share my life with that person and I completely trust them with my everything, versus what's happening, like what Mr. Singh is talking about in his country. So what's going on? That just says LOL, Miss Shaylee. Why did you block that? It just says LOL. Did you do that by mistake, maybe? I think that might have been by mistake, Rich. I'm sorry about that. She was aiming at you. Well, how about this, Miss Shaylee? I realize that sometimes we have like differences of opinion, and maybe you have a different thought pattern than what Lisa has, and I appreciate Lisa's Lisa wasn't sex talk. The other guy was probably, and I don't like that. But yeah, no, that's not okay. The anal person, right? But no, yeah. No, and that is not okay. Definitely not. But what's my email? It's one sassy girl at gmail.com. gmail.com. There you go. Miss Kate Watts. Excuse me, I've been engaged for 19 years. I love him, but I don't rush into things anymore. Well, 19 years being with somebody, wow, I would definitely, well, I would have definitely already said yeah. But it depends on what level of your relationship is at, Recently in the survivor story that I shared, April suggested that everybody who's dating in the dating world, take a couple of years to really get to know somebody before, jumping into bed, before, taking things to the serious level physically, because it tends to taint or jeopardize the way that you maybe think about, various things and how you deal with things if you're emotionally, too attached. Thank you for the big hug, Valerie. No, you didn't time out Lisa, but she said that you were aiming for her. You timed out Rich Media, but all he said was LOL, and that makes it look like we don't want him here, and I think he might have even left. So let's be careful how, with the timeouts and the hiding of people, because LOL just means laugh out loud, right? So is UN certified organization videos on YouTube? Well, that's cool. Ross Saint. Oh, for mental peace. Oh, okay. I really wasn't sure what you were meaning for that. I look like sunshine after all the rain. Well, I certainly don't feel like it. My eyes are very heavy. I have a lot of makeup on to cover up all the dark circles and puffiness. And I used my Jeunesse product that tightens the skin, just to try to take away some of the puffiness from last night. Yeah, that's already a marriage, 19 years, no doubt, eh? Staying with someone it's on off for me, even after 13 years. You've sent me a couple of big hugs. Thank you, Alice. I appreciate the hugs. Thanks for the roses, Valerie. Yeah, it was just a joke. Yeah. Yeah, but Miss Shaylee, you did time out Rich Media, and I looked at the comment and it just said LOL. So I thought I'd make you aware that there's nothing wrong with LOL. Mr. Singh, being a single parent is a tough job. Such responsibility is successfully fulfilled only by people from the West. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that it's only successfully fulfilled like that. It sounds like it's not allowed. So how do you know if it would be successful in your country or not? If your country doesn't allow to have single mothers who choose to not allow a man to hit her, who choose to not subject her children to watching a man hit her, there's nothing wrong with a woman providing for her children. There's nothing wrong with a single mother family, but your country doesn't allow it. So how do you know that it wouldn't be successful? You can't say that it's only successful in the West if you've never tried it, right? Sorry, but gonna be pretty direct about that. I was with you last night too. Yes, you were, Kate Watts. Thank you. I wish my eyes weren't so heavy, but video helps you cope with your depression. Aw. Well, I'm glad I could help. I mean, and so, I really just didn't want to be completely puffy. And I was like, I need some help because I had already been laying there for 2 hours trying to sleep. And, I couldn't. So I kept crying and crying. And I was like, oh my goodness. Hashtag direct. Yeah, no kidding. 40 years married. Wow, Hamlet. That's awesome. Congratulations. You wish you'd been awake last night when I needed somebody. Yeah, well, like I said, don't feel bad. It was already like 1 o'clock in the morning here, for crying out loud, you guys. I was just, beside myself, like, stop. And I couldn't. So I chose to try to log on and share my, moment to hopefully get some help, pull myself up out of it. The product that I use to tighten my skin is Jeunesse. I'll go get it for you so you can see. So the product's called Instantly Ageless, and it is amazing. It's very particular. It's a finicky type of product as to how you use it, but you dab it on and it just sort of tightens your skin. Like, have you ever seen the 2-minute video for the Instantly Ageless Jeunesse products? I actually have business cards for this and everything still. It is a great little product. Excuse me, pardon me. Preparation H is great for puffiness. I've never tried it. Have you actually tried it? Lisa Avery? Excuse me. You have seen it happen on here for... Hi, Laura. Hola. Had a hard time sleeping thinking about me. Aw. Yeah, life can suck sometimes, that's for sure. Yes, Kate Watts is in the drawing. I think Jeunesse has a youth line as well. This is the Instantly Ageless. What's the other one now? It works. I never knew if people were telling me that because they wanted me to put that on my face or if it was legit. So I just never tried it. That's funny. Well, it's not a rule. It's burden of old order. As economy and life standards of our country is improving, so is our society. People in general have the awareness with what is right and should be done. Well, it's definitely not right to hit your partner, no matter what sex they are. Can actually prune you up? Oh my goodness. Is it really expensive, or the Instantly Ageless stuff? It's fairly pricey, but it lasts a while, so How do you spell it and where do you get it? Well, just a sec. Okay. I don't want to leave you guys just sitting here, so I can't find it right now, but I will get you the information. If you want to give me your email, I will write it down and I will email you the information. I think that was Alice that said that. What's your email, Alice? Lady D. Lady D. I will throw in your name right now. Just, I think I might even have your name already, but like not in the draw though. I know I don't. I'm pretty sure I don't. No, I don't. If anyone wants to thrive. Okay, so there's Tambra's email. Lady D. And then wait, I want to get Ali Fats. 1971. So 72 entries with Lady D. She does have her own makeup line coming out, and Tambra does the traveling. So if you guys are wanting to book a travel, she has a website that you can go to for deals and stuff. Why is Western countries young people live separately from their old parents? How the old parents would take care for themselves. The Western family parents are like, please move out, get your own place, get out of my space. Come back for dinner sometimes. The Western people are just kind of a little bit different where they enjoy their own space and time together. It's just not a huge family affair thing. Like, Asia does that, India does that. I'm not sure if like Tunisia or other places I think do that. It's just a different way of living and a different lifestyle. Most people want their privacy and their own space and their own house to have sex the way they want, where they want, when they want. Basically, that's the biggest reason. But it's a culture thing, I guess, where everybody wants to have their own space to be able to do whatever they want and have their time alone whenever and all of that. But I will definitely get Alice the information for this as to where you can find it and how much it is. I can't believe like I can't find anything right now. I'm just like, but I probably just moved it. And, you know, when you start looking for something kind of frantically, you're not really even looking. You're just kind of quickly glancing. So I don't want to do that. I'll just look for it after. Heather, what are you so interested in? The Thrive or... You got Instantly Ageless? Yeah, it's Jeunesse is the company. But I have like a certain link she can actually use. I hate listening about diseases. Well, I'm not sure where that came from, but okay. India is happening soon. Nuclear family. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a really good way to explain it. Like, they just really enjoy when they move out and they have their own space and do whatever, whenever. And hey, Amy, how you doing, honey? Thrive Skincare is coming out. Cool. Interesting. You used to sell Jeunesse, Hamlet? Wow. Interesting. I wonder how good it is. Yay, Amy's here. Love it. Love the heart timbre. I'm going to grab one more cup of coffee, and then I guess we could start our draw soon. I found it. I found what I was looking for you. Give me a second, Alice. Oops. Okay. What are we changing? Well, I needed to grab a coffee, but Alice Lynn, I found the card for you. So what I can do is take a picture of this for you and send it to your email. so that you can go onto the site and check out prices and perhaps place an order. And but yeah, I'll definitely send it through your email just in case you may have logged off already. How excited is everybody, right? 72 entries. Oh, by the way, hi, Blue Eyes. Aw, oh, there is a Blue Eyes. Hi, everybody. So I literally just put into the mail yesterday because, like, you know me, I get to the post and I forgot to write the thank you card. So I literally just put into the mail yesterday the 2 jewelry giveaways that I did, and then this will be the 3rd giveaway for April. Woohoo! How do you enter? Oh no, you're talking to what's up? Yeah, drum rolls. Drum roll. And oh, nice! It's Soul. Right on. I know she'll contact me. Whoop whoop. It's your birthday? Well, happy birthday, Luann. I think that's Luann Williams. Happy birthday. Congratulations to Soul, who won the gift card. Whoop whoop. I know she'll contact me. What I usually do is I'll do like a pull a second name in case the person doesn't contact me. But I know Soul will contact me. Soul Maldonado. I can't say that properly. I'm so bad with names. I almost should never even try. Maldonado, I think. Yeah, congrats, Soul. I'm so glad that you won. Yay. Hallelujah. That's awesome. It's so much fun to do these kinds of things together, in my opinion. It really does cheer my heart up. I just do have that giving type personality. I walked all the way down to the Boys Girls Club, which actually isn't really that far of a walk, but regardless, I walked all the way down there on Friday to do the donation, and they were closed. I guess they had a special day of closure, so there was a little sticky note on the doors that were closed Friday, and I was like, oh, that's great. So yeah, that's exciting for Soul that she won that. I will definitely be returning to the Boys and Girls Club to give them the jewelry that we're donating, and I'll show you guys a cute little clip about it all. And yeah, should be fun. But yes, happy birthday to Luann Williams for sure. Most of it was like kind of kids stuff anyway. The bag was only like $9.99, and the couple of pieces that some of the viewers really liked, I sent away to them, and then we'll just give the rest to the kids to play with. I mean, I love costume jewelry, but like I like nice costume jewelry too sometimes, I love real jewelry as well. And I think there's an outfit and a time and a place for both. But when you're talking about, kids kind of type jewelry, I think that they would have a lot more use with that versus me holding on to it. So we'll just give it to them and let them have some fun. Yes. You look forward to seeing the video? I look forward to you getting your pendant. I hope you enjoy it. It's a beautiful white pendant. It's glass, right? So I put it in a squishy envelope for you, though, so it won't break. But yeah, I'm excited to. I don't think there's going to be any kids there that are going to get a chance to and look at it and stuff. But it's just the comfort in my heart to know that I donated to the kids. Makes me feel good. You can't wait to get it? Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. It is beautiful for sure. What time and day is it in Canada? So today is Tuesday, April 30th, and it's 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I know in India, I think you're like 11 hours difference. So you're already into Wednesday, I think, in the middle of the night, right? What's Wednesday look like? I'm just kidding. That's funny. Change of hair color. For me, no. Black is no good. It'll just show all my grays, and my grays don't, gray hair does not hold color, so I keep my hair blonde so that it will blend. It's 4 o'clock in Ontario, right on. That's where my kids are at. They're in Welland, Ontario. Well, they're not even really kids per se anymore, but it's an awesome donation. Little girls dressing up or using the older kids making mosaics. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, absolutely. And there were some beads and stuff in there too. So Chica's here. Nice. Hey, Chica. Guess who won the gift card? Soul. Soul won the gift card. Quebec. Yeah, 15:30, 3:54. Yeah. I have my computer set to military type time, but I just say regular time for everybody. Mahendra Patil, hello. So I was watching a crime show last night, and of course, I took the opportunity to look into some things about this case. And in all honesty, if there's one thing that I'd really like to encourage with anybody in relationships around the world, anywhere, is to not allow somebody to disrespectfully mistreat you and hit you, and um, you know, and especially if that is happening, please don't hide it from the people who really genuinely care about you and who really genuinely would not want to, see you hurt, or would never hurt you themselves, because in all honesty, nobody deserves to be mistreated and hit, right? So this story was about LaTonia Davis, and this was back in Charlotte in 1999. And she was a single mother, and the father, the biological father, had actually been out of the picture since the boy was born. But she carried on life. She lived with her family. She had a very caring father and mother, and um, the type of parents that definitely would never want to see their daughter getting hit by anybody, and would never, tolerate having somebody around their house that did that to their daughter. So she was living at home with her parents, and dating. And she'd met a really nice guy, and they decided to go out for dinner one night. And he was on all accounts, a gentleman and stuff. But she had been on and off again with another gentleman that was kind of the father figure in the life of the little boy, her son. And that relationship was volatile. That relationship was abusive, but she hid that from her family, unfortunately. Um, and that, like, this person managed to hide all of that from her family as well. And, I think, like, that's just something that we shouldn't do, right? I mean, if you have people in your life that care about you that much, that would not want to see you getting hurt like that, I think it's important to tap into that, if you have that resource, to not allow yourself to be mistreated. Nobody deserves that, you know what I mean? So she goes out for dinner with this new beau who, on all accounts, like I said, seemed to be like a gentleman, quite the nice guy. And, they go to a really nice fancy area. It was her birthday. It was her 21st birthday as well. And, her ex actually decided that he knew, of course, it was her birthday. They had dated on and off for like 3 years. That he was going to go out and buy her a birthday gift, and he wanted to surprise her with it, right? And he goes to surprise her, but she's not answering the phone. She's kind of ignoring him because she's getting ready to go out on this date with this other guy, right? And I would imagine that their relationship was basically kind of on a break, but he was trying to make things up and trying to get back with her. And, she was sort of on the way of moving on too. So, but because he had been, a father figure in her son's life, I think it was probably a little bit difficult for her to completely sever that like instantly, right? So she goes out for dinner with the gentleman and comes home, and this guy, the ex, is like hiding, kind of waiting for her, for crying out loud. And the gentleman is giving LaTonia kiss goodnight and hug, and they're having a little bit of conversation and stuff, and her ex comes like jumping out of the freaking tree with a gun and like shoots at them, ends up killing her, for crying out loud. And then of course when he was picked up by the police, he gets into interrogation, and for whatever reason, he thought that the nice detective in the three-piece suit was his attorney or something. And he ends up just singing everything that happened. But he explains it in the sense that he stepped back onto wet grass and slipped and shot her. But the fact that he ran away shows that he knew that he was guilty of something, doing something wrong, right? So he of course tried to appeal and say, like, he was fooled. It was him that wasn't treated properly. He didn't get a fair trial because he thought that, the detective, the homicide detective, was his lawyer. And so he told him, kind of basically, he put himself at the scene, and he put himself, as the shooter, and, like basically confessed. And then when it was over, the officer, of course, stands up to arrest him. And he was like, "What do you mean? So how are you going to get me off?" And he's like, "Get you off? I'm not getting you off, fool. I'm like, I'm the homicide. You're arrested. Like, see you later." And so he tried to argue that in the appellate court and stuff like that. But of course he lost. It was ridiculous. Of course, sentenced to life in prison. And, the little boy has gone on. He was the only witness in the entire situation that he had said, "Daddy shot mommy," because he had saw it. He happened to be outside when they were laughing and talking. The gunshot had grazed the gentleman that she was with, and he laid down and played dead. But another shot, which he claimed to have slipped and shot, was the one that killed LaTonia. So, absolutely kind of a funny situation to, see somebody be kind of like, I don't want to insult the person, but in all honesty, it was a little bit stupid. Like, it was just so funny to kind of watch it come to light, and for the officer to be like, "I'm not your lawyer, fool." I was like, oh man. I mean, in all honesty, it was kind of funny the way that it went down. But at least there was justice, and he was able to be caught and put away for life. And her son is able to, he's got his grandparents and have a good family dynamic despite the loss, but at least there was justice as well in it. It was kind of pretty cool that a 3-year-old, which by the time it hit courts for testimony, he was 5. And then of course, the defense tried to argue that, he wasn't a good witness or whatever because of his age. But no, like, I mean, kids aren't going to lie, and he saw what he saw. And, it was, the detective kept going back on that, like that this little boy, 3 years old, kept saying, like, "Daddy shot mommy." The little boy at 3 years years old certainly has no, level of mentality to be able to think, long term in judicial legal terminology and everything there. So it's kind of pretty obvious that he's telling the truth, Let me see, what did it say here? So it says, in North Carolina, law provides every person is competent to be a witness except when the court determines that he is incapable of expressing himself, incapable of understanding the duty of a witness to tell the truth, and the competency of a witness in the matter which rests in the sound direct discretion of the trial judge. So absent showing that the ruling as to competency could not have been the result of the resound decision, the ruling must stand on appeal. So they, of course, cited some other cases that had been before the courts in the past. And it states that when exercising its discretion, the trial court must rely on its personal observation of the child's demeanor and responses to inquiry on voir dire examination. And I believe that in all honesty, like, I believe that the lawyer absolutely and the judge absolutely made sure that this defendant, this child's testimony was, credible, and there was no reason to doubt it. And because he's a child, of course, it's truthful, right? So, like, at 3 years old, like I said, you don't really have the mentality, right? So the defendant was subsequently arrested, indicted, tried by a jury, and convicted of first-degree murder on Davis and attempted first-degree murder on the gentleman. The defendant was sentenced to consecutive terms of 180 months to 225 months for first-degree attempted murder of the gentleman, and life imprisonment without the possibility of parole for the first-degree murder of Davis. So, as I stated, like, he tried to go to the appellate's court and say, like, he was fooled. He was under the impression that the person in the interrogation room was his counsel and stuff like that. It was kind of a load of crap, in my opinion. But yeah, definitely sad that at 3 years old, this little boy had to witness something like that. But I like the fact that there's justice that came out of this, and this person is never going to get out of jail, and they're never going to be able to hurt another woman, Caroline Maslin, they were already thinking about committing a crime or murder before watching a crime show. Disagree. Also, we're having a debate in the chat, and I don't even know what it's about. Darn. Ouch. Gotta fill my tea glass. It's an awesome donation. Little girls dressing up. Okay, I read that. Times. Quebec. Don't forget the thumbs up. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. I appreciate the support. That's awesome. Crime shows encourages crime. No, I definitely don't think that. Crime shows encourage your ability to be more aware of your surroundings to perhaps prevent crime from happening to you. That's what I believe. The more that you are aware of, the more that you can be alert to around you, right? Yeah, I disagree, Tambra. I'm with you on that one for sure. Yeah, I highly disagree. Totally. We're all disagreeing. No. Good luck trying to argue this now. Like 6 ladies. Oh my gosh. We're all like, nope, I disagree. I can't help if you disagree. Right. Definitely not. No. Yeah, I was glad there was justice too. Then why kids are advised not to see violent scenes? Well, you don't want to traumatize a child who's, maybe never seen anything scary or bad or, someone bleeding or hurting. You don't want to traumatize them. That's why. Yeah, and they might have nightmares for crying out loud, waking up in the middle of the night crying because they were dreaming about it or something. Yeah, they're already thinking of committing a crime before watching crime shows. Exactly. Yes, yeah. Adults can rationalize, kids can't. That's true too. Yeah. I think it just gives info that makes existing criminals try to be more careful and try to outsmart law enforcement. Possibly, but that's where I think like the minuscule DNA and minuscule forensic type things that get left behind, where you aren't aware that you dropped some dead skin cells or something like that, and they're able to find that and test it and figure out who you are. Um, you know, and I also think that there's a higher power watching, for crying out loud. He's not going to allow everything. What did Stephanie say? A child's brain isn't developed mentally able to process the same as an adult. Yeah, that's true. Shoot, for crying out loud, even as an adult, I watch some of those like crazy things and it looks so darn real. It's kind of like, you know, like I can't even watch it all, to be honest. Yeah, exactly. Tambra. What are people thinking? If that's true, I should be a serial killer by now, Heather says. Oh man, that's crazy. Well, you're funny, girl. That's true though, I guess, right? Like, yeah, if that's the truth, then we would all be out committing crazy crimes thinking we're getting away with it. There's just no way, in this day and age, you're really going to get away with too much with as many doorbell cameras that are out, as many video camera footage that's on vehicles that are posted, CCTV, eye in the sky. I mean, we're all kind of basically monitored, just not as closely, in my opinion, as like, the UK or something, where they legitimately have security guards watching all the cameras literally all the time, and they follow, bad people or mischievous people throughout the city until they get the police joined up with them and then they're arrested, which is smart. I like the way they do it. It's really kind of innovative, but there's just no way you're going to get away with stuff anymore, for crying out loud. Don't even try. Hello, Yvette. Salut, salut. Yeah, so everybody's glad justice was served. Worked in a mental institution for 20 years, kids 8 to 18 on the psych ward. Wow. It's a trauma that a 3-year-old has a memory and can remember things from that time. Yes, exactly. Yeah, Tambra. But I mean, the support system that the 3-year-old had with the grandparents and extended family, in all honesty, I mean, it's difficult to lose anybody that you care about, especially, somebody that is you're super close to. So the fact that justice was served and he's able to kind of put some closure to this, but I mean, I'm sure the pain of it's never going to fully go away. It's always going to be something that's there that he has to deal with, right? And I mean, like that's part of the pain thing, right? Like you see other people enjoying those milestone moments together, or family dinners, or a vacation trip, or for crying out loud, you guys, I was freaking watching Big Brother the other day and I started crying because I mean, I was thinking about entering, right? And I'm like, I don't even have any, family. Like when you win head of household in this competition type show, you get like mail from your family. You get like a little video from people who want to see you win, that are cheering you on and who love you. And I'm legitimately sitting there crying, going like, I don't even have that. But I mean, I've been crying for years about those kinds of things, not having a dad to walk me down the aisle. He wouldn't have a mother to watch him get married and, see his grandbabies and stuff. So it's a pain that's kind of reoccurring when you lose somebody that you love, because every moment that's special and awesome, you want to share it with somebody, yet that they're not there. You know what I mean? Certainly not an easy thing to go through. You can teach us what. You're watching Chica. I'm like, Sherry, I speak French, but speak English pretty well. But when I write, sometimes I laugh. Nice. J'adore parler en français. Criminals think if they cover their hair and use gloves and plastic, they'll get away with it. Yeah, no, that's not the case. Where's the moderator? What's up? What's up is grumpy. What, Carolyn? I'm not grumpy. Come, Tambra. Aw. I didn't think you were. Aw. Warming up the wrench. Yeah. No, I am not. Aw. I look pretty in blue. This is actually like a purple color. I was trying to go for purple. Colorful, cheerful purple. That's what I was trying to go for. Shady lady. Sorry, Sherry. Just come on, caught you. Hope you're okay. Doing better. He'll walk me down the aisle. Well, I realized this so many years ago and had so many tears over it, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of a dream long gone, almost, in all honesty. Mosi. She's not grumpy. What are you talking about, Carolyn? Ay, ay, ay. I don't think you're grumpy, what, Tambra? All nice people here. Yes, we tried to get along for sure. Poor Tambra. She's like, I'm not being grumpy. You're going to make me grumpy. Poor Tambra. Thank you for your concern. Just taking the high road there. Good for you, girl. Good for you. Aw. Blue is your favorite color with my eyes. See, my chair is blue though. Well, I guess it kind of looks blue on camera, but in all honesty, it was more purple. It's blue? Okay, whatever. It's fine, it can be blue. Your favorite is green? Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind, maybe next time. That's funny. Blue represents tranquility. Ooh, that's a good idea. My Chica's grumpy. Look, go watch the with Chica. You got to watch the brooms. Sherry's like having to do our own therapy, keeping busy, etc., to try and fight depression and anxiety. Some days we just can't fight it. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Some days I just completely shut out the world, drown myself in nothingness on TV and whatever. Just don't do anything. But I'm not afraid to admit it that I do that sometimes. I do, you know, in all honesty, suffer from that depression pretty harshly. So Caroline Maslin, can you please stop it? We've all told you that she told you she's not grumpy. I'm telling you she's not grumpy. I feel like you're just kind of pushing it. You're gonna make somebody grumpy. Stop it. Soul hasn't popped in, but she's probably just busy with work or something. Does anybody maybe communicate with Soul offline? They can let her know. That's what used to happen to me, Miss Shaylee, when I would work in office industry type thing. I would be concentrating and I'd be frowning. And when I concentrate and frown and I pucker my lips, as I'm like concentrating. I don't know why, but it happens all the time. And people would constantly come up to me and be like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm like, and then I'm distracted. Whatever I was concentrating on doing, I'm like, "What? Yeah, no, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm good." And then someone else come around and do the same thing, and it gets to the point where it just makes me mad. I'm like, "All right, you know what? Like, I'm not okay now. Why does everybody keep asking me that?" Oh, so funny. We have a pessimist that has joined our positivity group. I suspect does not suffer from depression and is just being pessimistic. Oh, too funny. Right? Oh boy. I don't even know why I'm yawning, to be honest. Seriously. Well, I didn't really get to bed until like 2 o'clock in the freaking morning. And then I was up bright and early, but don't worry, I'm here. Hi, flying monkey. If you've met some pros, yeah. Hello, Brown. Miss Brown is saying hi to Lisa. Joanne. Love it. Alvin Sanchez. Sprint workouts will wake you up. That's a good suggestion. Hello, Keno Ford. How are you? If you guys are new here, throw up a like sign. If you've popped in and you like what you see and you're enjoying the conversation, throw up a like sign. And if you're new, well, hit that subscribe button. We try to stay positive around here all the time, but I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it does get a little bit wet and a little bit emotional. But we definitely try. I look great. Thanks for the compliment. I appreciate that. I'm funny. I try to be funny. I try because laughter is the best medicine. I'm not always great at it, but I try to be quick-witted, quick with comebacks. No, you're allowed to compliment me and say you like what you see. That's totally fine. Thank you very much for the compliment. That's what happens in a support group. Yeah, no doubt. It's great here. Are you hearing something? My heart is broken. Do not laugh at me. Everybody has broken heart. Welcome to the club. Like, I don't think there's a person out in the world that's, can say they've never had their heart broken. I don't know. Unless they've never tried dating it or something. Thank you, Lonnie. You're so sweet. Yeah, I like the compliments, but don't go too creepy. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What I like about this channel, it's all about positive. Doesn't matter if we cry, jokes followed. Yeah, that's true. We got to pick ourselves up. And I appreciate that we can do that together because, in all honesty, it's hard to do it all by yourself all the time. Excuse me. Pardon me. Keno Ford. I have about 16. You own a jet? Nice. That's my next big purchase. Hello, Moin Han. How are you? We never end alive on a sour mood. Well, we try not to. There's been a couple where they aren't so great, but a couple out of 450 is not bad odds. I think we're doing okay, Jet skis, right? I'll meet you at the house on the lake. My love is lost. Tell me, what do I do? I do not know what you should do. What's the topic here? Well, we did a giveaway, and we were talking about the LaTonia Davis case that happened in '99. And we were also talking about the Rios case that happened in 2006. Alvin Sanchez, 40, old. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. Breaking Chris Watts news. Yeah. Alvin, you're a baby. Meg Ryan, so Soul Maldonado is who won. So exciting. Very exciting. She hasn't been on yet, though. I don't know if she'll pop on yet. She'll probably see it later and be like, I won. I love it when I hear somebody say that they've never won anything. We've done probably a good half a dozen, if not a couple more, 6 to 8 giveaways in, the last 4 months or whatever, right? And definitely a lot of fun, but I love it when I hear somebody say like they've never won anything and they're so happy. It's just so cool, How about this? How about everybody just stops looking for love and starts looking to God to fill their hearts with love from Him? Wouldn't that be a guaranteed love that would never leave you, never forsake you, never break your heart? Am I not right? Because I think I'm right. I got to tell you, it's the only love in my life that has always consistently been there every single time I need it, or every single time I turn to Him. He's there. So, yeah, definitely. My name is exactly how you see it, Sherry Wiens. But if we all stopped looking for love in humans and started to look to God for the love, I don't think we would feel so um, what's the right word I'm looking for? I think we wouldn't feel so challenged. How about that? That's a great word. We wouldn't feel so challenged. We wouldn't feel the rejection. We wouldn't feel the trouble of the relationship, because God's love is just never ending. And as long as we continue to tap into Him, I think we will be okay with or without a human partner in our life, with or without sex in your life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, that's just how I live. Well, I'm not really sure what, right now, Muhammad, I'm only really hearing one side, and that's yours. And I don't really know how to help you with that. I would just turn to your higher power. If that's Quran, the Quran Bible or whatever, then turn to that. Good advice. Thank you, Yvette. It's the only real love I get, so I don't know. I'm just sharing what works with me. Well, if you look for validation from people, you're always going to be disappointed. And, let's face it, people generally aren't very nice and have negative opinions about most people, unfortunately. What did Heather say? Every half in the grave to him. Interesting. Madame Lafreniere. That's awesome. 3 boys, 3, almost 4 grandchildren. Nice. Very nice. Jesus is for everything. He can replace it all. Yeah, exactly. Keno Ford is a kid. You are 10 years old. Oh my goodness. It's a Tuesday. Where are you from that you're not in school right now? I guess I don't know, it depends where you are in the world too, as to what time it is where you are, but welcome. Thank you, Alvin. Race Saint, I'm 24. I do. Same to my parents. What do you do to your parents? Lisa Avery, you're funny. You're in the wrong room. Oh my goodness. Well, it doesn't really matter. We're not really talking about a whole lot of stuff, and there's really not a whole lot of true crime going on even right now, but you treat them like ancient people. Well, I know that Soul isn't on here, but I'm hoping that she'll listen to this later and send me an email with her mailing info so that I can send her this gift. Is it wrong? The ABS truck just passed my house and I want to run him down just to see if it's a hot driver. You're funny. My pray always with you. Okay, bye, Mohammed. Good luck with your relationship and repairing whatever you need to. I'm not sure what's going on, but it means that kids are what? Sorry, Miss Shaylee. Oh, Soul is here. Hi. Soul, you were the winner of the gift card. I chose your name, darling. You did win. You did. Whoop, whoop. You did. Yay. So I just need you to send me your mailing info. Here, I'll shoot you my email. And if you could send me that today, I would greatly appreciate that. I'd like to get it off to you as soon as possible. But yeah, Soul, I'm so glad that you made it to see that you won. You know, I was actually kind of pretty excited for you. You're stoked, right? Right? I'm so stoked. I was like, she's gonna be so happy. So I just need you to send me a mailing address. It doesn't have to be yours. It could be a friend of yours. It could be whatever. It could be your parents. Who cares? I just need a mailing address to send it off to you. And I will get that sent off to you. Like if you can send me your information today, then I'll probably send it off tomorrow. So, and then like I said, I have the receipt on my end just in case there's any issues using it. I don't think there will be, but I just want to make sure you have your receipt in here just in case you have any issues with it. I don't think you will. I think it's all going to be fine. I paid for the activation fee already, so it's just ready to go, ready to use, hun. But I'm so glad that you won. I'm so excited that you made it in to see that you won. I'm like, I bet you she's going to watch a replay. Maybe she's at work or something. But I'm so glad that your name was picked. You'll send me. Yeah, that's fine. Whichever you're comfortable with. I actually recently thought I need to stop just saying, send me your address, because that's not really what I mean. I just mean send me an address that I can send you the gift. So you wanted Sherry to give the news. You're so cute. Aw. Yeah, I'm so excited that you won. I really do appreciate you. I what I do before we do the draw is I pray and I say, Lord, just please help the name of the person that you know needs this or wants it the most to win it. And I kind of put it into his hands, you know. Aw, thank you, Lonnie. You're so sweet. Thank you. So yeah, so I did a little prayer and your name was chosen. So yay. There were 72 entries in total, girl. So kudos, you made it through. Yeah, so yeah, I gave you the email there. For sure, shoot me your info and I will send it off to you tomorrow. And it usually, if you're in the US, it usually just takes about a week or so before you get it. What time is it here? It is 22:04 p.m. Almost getting dinner time hour. That was my thought too. You're so sweet, Lonnie. Thank you so much. You thought that today? No way. That is so cool. Well, I just hope you enjoy it, hon. You know, I appreciate all of you guys coming in and spending some time with me. And I wanted to, make sure that I just showed you that appreciation. So, and it's a fun thing to do. I'll also do the post to show you all that your names were entered, for those of you that put your names into the entry. And then I'm going to get some strength, you guys, and I'm going to try to do that story, the Rios family story, because I mean, it's just brutal and I just can't even imagine. Can't even imagine somebody mistreating children as badly as these people did. So I definitely want to share the story with you guys. Hazikan Borge. Hello. Excuse me. Pardon me. Hazikan Borge just put dots. Dot, dot, dot. That's it. Lonnie, you're such a sweetheart. Oh my goodness. Don't do that story unless you're sure you can handle it. It's not worth pulling yourself down into the pits that are hard to climb out of. You know, it's because it was so close to the Turpin situation. There just wasn't as many kids involved, but that doesn't matter. I find it shocking, that people are beating and starving and locking up and chaining and brutalizing children, for crying out loud. Like, children. I mean, it just makes me want to go psycho. It just makes me want to go crazy. I'm like, I can't handle it. Like, I just want to hurt somebody, like, as if. And it's usually the person that I see that's the perp. And I'm like, just let me in the room for 5 minutes with that person. Just let me 5 seconds with that person. Like, oh, I'm just like disgusted that people would do such a thing to children. Like, I mean, how do you sleep at night? Ah, I can't. I'm just like, wow, I just want to hurt somebody. And that's not a healthy feeling when you want to hurt somebody for hurting somebody. It's like, sheesh. But I can't handle it when it's kids. Like, I just can't handle that people do that to their children, their grandchildren, their foster children, their stepchildren. I don't care, what level of parent it is. If it's involving a child, like, I'm just literally like, I can't handle it. But I understand kind of where you're coming from, Lisa. Like, um And I just think that it needs to be shared. Like when you hear the testimony from these kids that are just like, why did you beat me up? Why did you lock me up? Why did you starve me? Why did you hurt me? Like, oh my Lord. Like I'm just literally, you guys, at night I lay there, and one of the things that I always say is, Lord, can you please send down an army trove of angels for all the men, women, and children that are hurting, starving, being abused, or hurt in any way. Like, I mean, I literally say that those exact words probably almost every single night, because there's just so much out there that's bad, and I don't understand how people sleep at night knowing that they're hurting another person. They're crying because you hurt them. They're crying because they're hungry. But then you're going to turn around and beat them more because they're crying because they're hungry. Like, I mean, it's just absolutely mind-boggling how there's some people in the world that can mistreat children. Like, I mean, women and children and each other. Like, I mean, come on. We need more love in this world. We need more good news. We need more, giving and happiness and positivity and light and blessings and all the good things that come with, God. Yes, Marco, this is definitely a live show, but welcome. Welcome and hello. Um, my little brother lives in Miami. Older brother lives in Orlando. No, I'm not Cuban. I'm in Canada. Wrong sea. Different sea for me. This story, bring the Kleenex. That's true, Lisa, because I mean, you just hear, these the voices. You don't see them. But I think that I'm going to share it. I might. Here's the thing. I just probably will not even monetize it at all. I don't want to seek to gain monetary gain because of the heinous story. My point about my channel is to spread awareness on these kinds of things, that these kinds of people have neighbors. They have people that come and visit. There's um, little clues and signs to see that something is not going right. And I think it's our duty to try to be there for the ones that are having their voices taken away and they're being mistreated. I mean, what else, is there to do other than try to help people in life? You could tear them down and ruin them more, but do you want that kind of karma? Do you want that on your hands? Because I wouldn't. Personally, I'd rather help people and have that kind of karma on my hands. Thank you, Chica, for being so on top of it. Starving kids is heartless. And then the kid's crying and she's beating the child again. Like, I just get livid. I can't handle it. I don't like it. And I will never understand how somebody can do that day after day after day for years to somebody. I mean, how do you sleep at night? That's just I don't understand that. I'm just posting the picture for you guys. Giveaway entries for Visa gift card. Perfect. So you guys can take a look at there. I'm sure you'll find your names. Just wait till Sherry sees that comment. Wait. What did I see? Hello, Sherry. I'm sorry. Chica's what is my issue? Marco's asking. My issue is I deal with depression, and I guess I don't really hide it very well. I certainly try, but it came out. It's come out a few times, but I really do try to push it. Like, I'm not bothered. I'm I'm okay. I'm fine, but in all honesty, you guys, like the depression it's hard, and it is easy to fall into the, forget the world, screw everything, nothing is working type attitude of I'm going to crawl, under a rock and I'm just not going to move. And, but I guess I have a few issues, issue or tissue. Yeah, no doubt. Hang around, buddy. We're all of our issues. Oh, you're funny. Yeah, life's not easy, that's for sure. We all seem pretty chill here. Sometimes I go off a little, sometimes I get a little irritated, but for the most part, I'm chill. Everyone here is awesome. Will you bring up an issue? Yes, I bring up a lot of issues. What issue would you like to talk about, Marco? Cold showers help with depression. Oh boy. This is kind of like a little support group with a true crime channel wrapped into it. Yep. True stories of all kinds. And, some of those stories include depression and the hardships of life. I'm not being cocky, just trying to understand the environment. I didn't think you were being cocky. I do deal with a lot of issues. I mean, we talk a lot about true crime on this channel. We talk about survivors, missing people, natural disasters, and our own experiences and, trials and tribulations. And we try to help each other and get some advice and help deal with life together, I do take meds, Ray Saint. I do regularly. We discuss everything from the Bible to public hair and G-strings. Exactly. Oh, man. Depression is hard, soul. You are right. Keep praying, keep asking God to give you strength. I literally do that all throughout the day. Like, I'll take a big, deep breath, and that's exactly what I say. Lord Jesus, just give me strength. Like, I just need some strength to be able to deal with this, Just like that. I think Marco is new. It's really hard to offend any of us too. Yeah, that's true. The word of God is give and everything we'll have learn is to give other compassion. Yes, that sounds very close to exactly what I was thinking and saying and doing, It's the best thing to kind of open up a little bit, right? That's kind of why last night I was like, all right, after 2 hours of freaking trying to deal with the depression and crying and praying, I was like, all right, and I read my Bible. I read my Bible twice every day. I read it in the morning and I read it at night. And sometimes if I need a little pick me up or whatever during the day, I'll read a little verse there too. So like, I really do try to tap into God very frequently in order to get that strength. Drink from the living cup or whatever, right? But I just could not get myself out of it yesterday. And I knew that today we were supposed to be doing our giveaway. And I really didn't want to be all puffy and crying and upset when it was supposed to be a happy time to do a giveaway together. So, I mean, I'm very glad that there were some people available to come online, and so all the comments that you guys gave me were just amazing. I really appreciated your love and support online, to help pick me up out of it because I just couldn't do it by myself, My name is just as you see it, Sherry Wiens. Like shock therapy. Depression, I think, did happen in the old times, but people didn't know what it was or why they were feeling sad or down. I think naturally when people are sad, they want to attribute it to something, and if you're always sad and it's like, what do you really attribute it to other than the things that have bothered you so much in the past, right? So, going to counseling and trying to deal with that stuff is, important. And I have done all of those things and stuff, but I still find myself very sad from the entire situation. So, the next chat time is going to be on Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. I do live talk every week, twice a week. So every Tuesday and every Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'm sure depression occurred in the old times, but no one knew how to deal with it or treat it or even define it, right, Soul? I really feel like people probably just didn't even know what the heck it was. They didn't even have that yet. They didn't even have it as an option to choose depression back then. And that's, just like our technology has evolved, so is our medicines, right? So I think that, now we definitely. What are you getting? Don't get irritated. It's okay, Chica. Not everybody has to believe in the same things that we do, and that's their choice and their prerogative. I'm not here to convince anybody to come and do or believe in what I believe in or do what I do. I'm just telling you what works for me. And if anybody's interested in knowing more about, God and Jesus, and they want to talk to me about it, great. But don't come here and think you're going to try to change my mind that there isn't one, or that your God is the better God or whatever, because this isn't really a competition. It's more of a belief system, and it's something that is instilled in your heart. And if you're from another country and you have another belief, there's nothing wrong with that. That is your belief. You are entitled to it. But I am as well entitled to that exact same thing. And so, I read the Bible because it gives me strength, and I believe in the Bible because it's what I learned from being very, very little. And it's the only thing that's actually been there for me consistently all throughout my life to watch over me and protect me and guide me and strengthen me throughout all the good and bad times that I've gone through. So for me, the Bible works, and it is what I believe in. I believe that Jesus died for my sins on the cross, and that's just what I believe. I believe that he, was here at one point in time, and he, was persecuted, and he died for my sins. And in all honesty, you guys, sometimes it really makes me feel like a wretched human being, that I even have the sins that I have. Like, I wish that I didn't. I wish that I never made any mistakes. I wish it was perfect, right? But that's just not the case, and that's just not going to happen. And I am human, and I do make mistakes, and I make reoccurring mistakes. And he loves me and he's always there for me despite that. So it's what I believe in, It's what's in my heart. It's what's in my blood, my soul, my spirit. So God is definitely a point of light, Saint. I totally agree. You love that about me, soul? Thank you. Hysteria is like psychosis, crying, acting out, not bonding with babies. Postpartum depression was called hysteria. So it was menopause. Wow. Interesting old fact there for sure. Please read my 2 posts. Yes, Lonnie. I'm sorry, honey. Thank you for telling me that. I have lost my dad, my little brother, my little sister, my mother-in-law that I loved so much, my father-in-law, my aunt. And the last 5 years, they all died. My best friend just died of cancer. Aw. My mom was diagnosed with lung cancer, and I can tell if I had and have not the Lord in my life, I could have not made it. Right. I hear you, Lonnie. I don't think I would be able to be as strong as I am to handle the things that I'm handling, and to be, okay despite the depression, not be suicidal. Usually those go together, right? If you're having depression issues, sometimes the suicide comes with it. But I'm blessed that I don't have those thoughts, that I don't like, don't get me wrong, I can't wait to get to the other side. I feel like I could even watch over my children better from the other side, because I would be watching over them. But I also believe that it's really not my prerogative to decide when I'm going to leave this world. It's God's prerogative. It's his story. I want to be his puppet. I want to do his work. I want to try to be the best person that I can be. And I just need his help with strength to get through the trials and tribulations to be that amazing person. And I couldn't do it without him, for real. Like, I really couldn't. I'm not afraid to speak. But you know what? Like, I also don't want to use it, though, to divide us and make it seem like if you don't believe. I literally have friends that are Satanists and atheists and people that don't believe at all. But that doesn't mean that we can't be friends and cordial and chat. It's I really, like, I don't have, I try not to have a judgmental bone in my body. Whatever you do and whatever you believe in and whatever you serve is completely up to you. I'm not going to judge you because you do something differently than I do. And I would hope to have the same respect back, right? But to each their own. And not everybody has that level of respect. And some people think that if you believe in Jesus Christ, that you are a bad person, or that it isn't even real. And like, that is their prerogative. I never ever want to force what I believe or think onto anybody else. And I think that's why I kept religion out of my channel for so long, because I didn't want anybody to feel like they wouldn't be included, like they had to be a believer to be here. You don't have to believe in anything to be here. Everybody is accepted on my channel, and everybody's welcome, as long as you're not being insulting and belittling and name calling. We're good. There's no reason that you can't express yourself here, no matter what. We are even able to have a difference of opinion here, for real. Go ahead. We can debate a little bit and stuff. I just don't want to have the impression that you're trying to change my mind. And I don't want you guys to feel like you're not welcome or something because you don't believe in what I believe in. That's not how this works with me. You got to run, Lisa. Okay. Much love, honey. Do I have an inner force? Well, yeah, I think it's called the Holy Spirit. I think. You had a psychosis. Oh, see, now I'm out of coffee. Don't you hate that when you do that? You're like, oh, I thought I had a big enough cup. It's like not big enough. Oh boy. What is the reason that I have a YouTube channel? So the reason that I started my YouTube channel from the very, very beginning was to find creative ways to pay off my student loans from the legal course that I took. Thousands and thousands of dollars that I'm looking to try to kind of pay off a little bit quicker than what I'm able to do, right? So that was my original reason for starting my channel. And it grew into spreading awareness and true stories. And it had always started from true tips and true tricks. But it moved into true crime and true stories of missing people and survivors and natural disasters and all that kind of stuff. So what's why you stood? Soul. You are not suicidal because you have the Lord Jesus. Yes, exactly. And I think I'm really blessed like that I don't have those kinds of thoughts. I can imagine how much heavier life would be if I had to battle with that as well, and whether or not I even wanted to be here. I understand that it kind of sucks sometimes being here, but it's also not my choice as to when I'm not here anymore. That's up to God. And, when he decides my time is up here and whatever I'm doing here is over. The old times postpartum was calculated as menstrual issues. Some women were getting head operations for it, and after they were gone, no more. They own mind. Right, yeah. No one is bashed here. Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure if her channel is a good fit for you. Why did somebody ask to do a collab or something? People are entitled to not like me. That is their prerogative, you guys. It sucks that some people are mean, and that's what they like to do, is go around and, pick on people and whatever, but we can't let them bother us, in all honesty. We just seem to have two different minds. What's a DP? His DP gave me negative vibes. No, Joanne, I understand why you kind of see it like that. Maybe my French mind. You're so cute. um, I get, it's kind of easy to get defensive about it, right? But I definitely, I just don't judge other people for whatever they think or believe or feel. Well, that's really cool, Alvin. Listen, all your listeners, I'm only asking questions. I'm not pointing fingers. Questions are not dud mental. No, they're not, but it's just the form of your question makes it almost feel like you want to be defensive to it, right? When you're questioning somebody's belief or questioning why they like or believe in whatever they like and believe in. It's like, well, because I do. What's it to you? Kind of like that, right? So, I mean, I get why she's kind of like a little bit, you know. My hair is beautiful. Thank you. Be respectful to one another. Exactly. Borge. Exactly. Yes. Thank you for your service. Yeah. How can I be wrong if I ask questions? It's just the way, like, I mean, you're like, why do you believe in the Bible? Why do you believe in Jesus? Like, I mean, when you hear somebody say that to you, why do you do this? Why do you do that? It almost automatically triggers a defense mechanism inside a human to want to explain it or to want to define it. So, Um, Alvin, I so don't understand your Spanish. I'm wondering if you could just type in English. Just trying to understand me. Okay, well, I really don't get too offended, to be honest. I don't have a problem talking about what I believe in or what I feel. You know, if you knew my past and you knew the fact that I have no family and stuff like that, close to me or whatever, it's the only person, God is the only person that's ever really been there for me. So Soul's writing back in Spanish. Okay, well, whatever then. Go ahead, guys. I'm just like, I don't understand anything. What? The approach was a little bit harsh. It just creates for you to want to be a little bit defensive. But I mean, I'm not, but I understand why some of my audience members are like, hey, like, I get it. You guys are funny. Well, it's been really, really awesome hanging out. I'm so glad that Soul got to win the gift card, and I look forward to sending it off to her in the mail. And, it's been awesome hanging out and chatting and spending some time together. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you're new here and you enjoyed the conversation, throw up a like sign. And, if you're brand new and you're not subscribed, well, hit that subscribe button. Come and join us. We're here twice a week, every week on Tuesdays and Saturdays live. And I do have video updates in between those days. So you're not left alone too long without me. No, that's okay. The reason that I am never sure if it's respectful, if it's something kind. I never know if somebody's saying something, rude or harsh or sexual if it's in a language I can't understand. So so I'm like, what is that? What does that mean, If I'm here, it's because I have an interest. I just ask questions without. I'm just kind of like, what? But if it's just because I can't monitor on whether or not the person is being respectful, right? If I don't speak the language. So never anything bad, but I never know. I don't know if you're saying something bad to somebody else because a lot of times it has an @ sign and it's somebody's name. So I'm just like, I just kind of try to keep it English for everybody to understand. But another great emotional live, right? We started out a little tearful, but we made it to the end and we managed to do the giveaway and we held it together. um, we need you. Marry you, girl. You're funny. So much love. I really do appreciate and love all of you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And we will see you guys again soon for another true story with me, Sherry Wiens. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye for now, folks.